Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. I am here to give you your weekly check in. Thanks to all of you who have already joined and done the Me Please thing. As always, I tell you guys go over to YouTube. YouTube lets you get at the top of the list. They're coming in from Facebook, YouTube, two Facebook pages and YouTube. So what you guys see and what I see might be a little different. So I'll come to you guys as fast as I can, and thank you for joining. So what we are going to be using today is the Starseed Oracle deck for the one-on-ones. I've got a little bit of dragon spray for us today from Amanda Ellis, which is kind of a master protector. We're going to be using that this week. And then the Seraphonite, which is really good for ancestral work, which is a good time right now to be doing some ancestral work with your ancestors a bit. So all right, let's see. A couple announcements. First of all, I'm so excited about this. I have to share this. I finally got my freaking audiobook done. So I wrote a book in 2010 and called Insightful Inspirations. And it's just like meant to be like a little inspiration, like a self-inquiry kind of thing. It's the subtitles Conversation Starters for Your Authentic Self. But I recorded meditations that are healing infused to help you work through the topics of the book. So that's finally available on Audible. I'm so excited. It took a while. So we have the intentions and affirmations class coming up at the end of December. We are, believe it or not, wrapping up. The crystal shop is opening here. For those of you who are local, we have a crystal shop opening this month. We have still have our group healings. We have self-healing 101 starts in January. That's the class with me where I teach you about energetic anatomy, that kind of thing. So anyway, I have a lot of fun things going on I want to share with you guys. All right, so here is this week's initial reading. Now remember, we're going to put it up that we have this reading is for all of us, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, which will be your first personal card, and then we'll go through and do individual cards. Now, if you hear another message that sounds like it's for you, it probably is. A lot of times the guides will start stacking things together, and they'll even start to repeat cards because the theme is similar for a lot of us for the week. Okay, so here we go. First card of the week is Exhale, Surrender, Sideways. What this is saying is that there might be some active need to surrender some things. Let it go. Loosen your grip a little bit. Surrender. It's a difficult thing to tell someone to do. It's just something you have to just kind of attempt to figure out, right? Okay, this is the helper card this week. So choose freedom. Okay, so I've been getting a lot from my guides to only speak into what I want to be true. If something is going on, I might be able to tell, but I talk about it to a friend or whatever process. But I also just need to say that this is happening right now, not forever and always kind of thing. Okay. Which I tend to do. I can be that way. I mean, everything, even though I know better from the guides. All right. Acceptance, you guys, loving what is. Okay. So this card is the end of the week. So this is where things start to fall into place. See the triangles? Those are all relationships falling into place. That is when things are going to start to show what your efforts have been about, especially if you choose the truth and you choose not to necessarily be in a conflict with the people around you, but instead accept them for who they are and how different they might be to you. Okay? All right. We might at the end do a November. I know it's already the 5th, but we might do a November spread too. But let's get to these one-on-ones. Okay. So here's the first thing. So those of you who are watching live, hi, by the way, thank you for joining. Those of you watching later, same thing. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Here's your first card. Okay, so you're going to want to fill into this one. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. So fill into your heart. What number is for you? 1, 2, or 3. If you picked 1 to start off, you've got the breath of the cosmos. Okay. So this says it says my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay. So this can be back to that surrender message, right? What are you trying too hard at? What are you not letting come and unfold for you? If you picked 2, you are gotten the deep cellular healing card. Okay. And this basically says Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So this week, the truth of your emotional healing, your physical healing, and what needs to be focused on there will be really important. If you picked 3, you're surrendering to the sweetness, okay? Venus energy, pleasure, joy, making love to life. Make love to life. So this is this week, I mean, just based on these cards so far, seems like a big week of kind of surrender, let go, let the truth unfold in front of you. Don't try so hard. I got that message right before I got on here with my own personal card. All right, so I'm going to call out the bottom of the list just so you guys know that I see you, but you're at the bottom and so I'm coming as fast as I can. So I see Isabella, Connor, Hannah, Alicia, Andrea, Joe. Hi, you guys. I'm coming. But let's start at the top here, okay? And I'm only going to say the names, first name. So if we get more than one Gina or Kimberly or whatever on, just look at the screen. I always that way. That is who I'm going to be reading for right now. Okay. All right. So CC, your card for the week is Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency, and sound. Okay. Dive deep. So this card is basically saying that it's going to be a contemplative week for you to go deep into your emotions. Of the water energy is very programmable. So you might even think about blessing your water this week before you drink it, before you bathe in it, that kind of stuff. And give yourself some a voice. That's the other thing, a gentle voice. Okay, Astrid, here's yours. Did you use a little dragon emoji? Okay, your card for the week. Your focus is all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze in. Okay, so your guides are saying that you really can't get off track, and that when you listen to yourself and you stay in alignment with your heart, then you're going to be allowing yourself to continue to move forward in the path that is yours to be walking. Okay, but the truth be told, we at this lifetime is a short version of what our soul it does, and so just kind of try and not take it so seriously this week. Just a little bit more light. Miranda, you're focusing this week on I'm sorry. Okay. So this says defenselessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. Okay. So this could be forgiveness towards yourself primarily. Okay. And listening to where maybe you abandon yourself a little bit for the sake of something or someone else or some, promise. And this week, come back and say, I'm sorry, and take care of yourself. Maybe even do some inner child work this week. Okay. All right, Rob. I gave away the YouTube secret. So now you're not on the top of the list. Okay, here, Rob. Your card is Lost Lands, Soul Memories and Gifts. You've done this before. So some past life work, kind of giving yourself a remembrance of some gifts that you have maybe not activated in this lifetime, but you've had before. So as you surrender to the fact that it may feel, kind of strange to think about doing something that you haven't done before, but it just feels in you, to really get that activated. That's how I got back into energy healing work. And I say back into it because I've done it so lifetimes, but when in this lifetime, I forgot for a minute and had to kind of get reminded, oh yeah, I have this gift. I have this skill. So something like that for you, Rob. Barbara, your card is We Are the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as a Portal. Okay, so this is really a good time to just recognize that when you came here, you had something to think about. That truth card that's popping up at the beginning, really, what are you here in this lifetime to do, and have you done it? If you were at the end of it, would you be satisfied, or would there be regrets? And if there might be regrets, this week would be a good week to gently go in and figure out what that focus would change into if you were going to not regret it. Okay, Kimberly and Jamie. Kimberly, you've got Loosen Your Grip. This is the card I got right before I got on here about my stuff. Coping mechanisms, destiny, addiction, and letting God in. Okay, so this card is saying to you that you cannot control everything, and you might be trying too hard, and it's time to just kind of let yourself fall a little bit, surrender, and then see what can come next from letting the universe co-create with you. Okay. Personally, I don't love this message because I like to have my hands in everything, but I get it. Jamie, you're working on Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth. Okay, study higher learning. So this week is a good week for you to really dive into what Earth is. Okay, now it could be any topic you want, but it's Earth topics. So it could be math, science, ecology, economics, whatever. But basically, you're being asked to do some learning this week about the planet Earth, whatever that may look like for you. Okay, Nicole and Seth. Nicole, okay, you also got loosen your grip. Uh-oh. I'm sensing a theme here. This is the second time we've seen it online, and I've gotten it as well. Can't control it. Let it go. See where you may be trying to control it, and it may almost become an addiction to try to control it. All right. Ooh, Seth, for you this week, you're focusing on trusting the timing. Trust the universe. Trust the wave you came in on. Timing is not running out. Okay. So this is really trying to just let yourself kind of soften into not rushing, not pushing things, not having deadlines for things, at least not this week. Okay. Diane, let's see your focus this week. Oh, okay. Third time's the charm, you guys. Loosen your grip. Okay, this means it's for all of us. And I'm not kidding. This is the card I got right before. I'm going to read you just a little bit from the book, just because this can sometimes give a little bit more depth to the message. But basically this is like, yeah, okay, let me read this. What are you clinging to? A fear of nothing will take its place. It says the thing we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable spaces, the parts where we are afraid to leave empty, the parts we guard and don't let grace into. Okay, so what is the space that you're afraid to leave empty? And can you let it be empty this week? Every single one of us is being asked to do this. This card came 3 times, which means it's for all of us. Okay, so surrender seems to be the theme. Okay, Courtney, you are also working with the Whales and Orca elders. Okay, so using your voice, blessing your water, listening to you might even put on some whale songs and listen and meditate to it and see what is being said to you about that. It's really important right now for all of us to kind of dive deep into our place on this very big change of time that's going on for the planet. So Kimberly, okay. I'm telling you guys, they're going to bring this over and over and over. Let it go. Let the space be empty for a minute. It's okay. It's okay to let it go. You can protect the empty space. Fill it with gold if you want to. Whatever it is, you guys, whatever we're supposed to be letting go of control of, let yourself be willing to see it and then do it. When the universe comes back with a message like that over and over and over, if we don't do it, it'll just be painful because we're resisting what is going to be there anyway. Okay, Robin, fall into my arms. Okay, surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life. Okay, so this is very much allowing yourself to just recognize that sometimes there's difficult things, and sometimes it's a surrender message. Okay, so who can you fall into the arms of, even if it's just the proverbial universe, right? Austin, you're going to work on being cracked open, hitting rock bottom, and surrendering to the alchemy of life. Now, this is not a threat. This is an opportunity. Okay, so this week, just see where you're trying too hard and you need to just kind of back off a little bit. And I say need gently because it would be helpful. Jordan, you're going to be looking at you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. So even if you feel alone this week, it's kind of like asking you to reach out to your unseen helpers, to those people in the community that help pave your roads, get your water clean, get your roads plowed, that kind of stuff. So you're not alone. Okay, Tiff, your focus this week is going to be on lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. So similar to what Rob was told, there might be some memories, some self-downloads that want to happen. Things you already knew how to do in a previous lifetime. You don't have to relearn it. You just have to remember it. So the intention would be to just say to yourself, I want to remember what my gifts are. Sam, you got apologizing to do as well. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, and uprooting. Okay, so I, in particular, getting that it would be useful for you to do some ancestral work and have some relationship with, what the ancestors have done to get you to where you are, and then, kind of forgiving their slights, if you will. Kelly, new earth for you. It's happening. Keep holding your vision. Okay. So this week it's starting to unfold. It's starting to show itself. So let it do that. Yay. That's awesome. And keep holding your vision just means like keeping your heart open for it to happen. The surrender message combined with that means there's not much to do. There's just much to pay attention to and affirm. Gina. Oh, you brought this to third time's a charm for us. Okay, all of us have some sorrying to do, okay? So this is kind of going up and saying, when I do surrender and I see that maybe my controlling nature or my way of pushing too hard has prevented someone else's progress or whatever it could be, this card is basically just saying, go ahead and say you're sorry to yourself for abandoning yourself when you did, and saying sorry for those who you may have tried to micromanage, if you will, okay? So all right. So that's for all of us. But Gina, special focus for you. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you are doing an I Remember soul plan, fate, life versus destiny life. Okay, so this is a message of you have soul contracts. If you guys don't know what soul contracts are, you can go to my website. I have a on-demand class on it. You came here to decide that you wanted to be here, and this is what you were about. And you're just going to have this week to remember what that is. So as you surrender and you say you're sorry and you come to letting go, loosening your grip, you're going to find that there is new messages there for you about what you're actually here to do on this earth. Donnie, you're being asked to go ahead and go engage in some higher learning about the earth. Okay. So soul growth, earth school, anything earthy, anything about earth consciousness, but this week would be a good week for you to study something. Okay. Learn something new. Patty, for you, you're going to focus on, okay. Like I said, they're going to do this over and over to us until we get it. Loosen your grip. Okay. So if you're too dense or you're addicted to something, maybe even addicted to stress, sometimes we can do that. Everything's fine and we're still like stressing. So this is a good week for you to, you're getting a second card before I move on. So hold on. Star Brothers for you, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So as you let things go for you, Patty, this week, see who's around to help hold space for you. See who's around to protect you. I remember when I was getting better from my surgery that I had on my abdomen, my sons were like pillars of strength behind me. They held on to me. They helped me walk when I couldn't walk very well, that kind of stuff. And it was just like so nice to have that vulnerability, but still feel seen and protected. My husband was there too, of course, but it was Christy, Kira, and Finn. Christy, you've got the cosmic heart, devotion, potency, and making your life a moving prayer. Okay. So this is it's a potent week for you to be where you're putting your devoted energy is what is going to bring you the next stages. So practice some devotion. Kira, you are going to be in earth pulsing. Okay. Pulse of the mother. Slow down and take some time in nature. Maybe if you can, even just kind of hang out outside as often as you can this week. Okay. Finn, for you, you're being asked to also feel that protected energy. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So look for where you feel safe. Feel where you're protected, because you are. And that safety gives you a lot of freedom. Okay. All right, Tanya. Tanya, you've got water your garden, nourish body care, tenderness, and rest. Okay. So Tanya, this week is a good week for you to tend to your physical body, surrender to it, take care of it, give it what it needs. Kalina, you're star bathing. So not just out in nature, you're out in the stars. Get that light body crystal grid transmissions and activations going when you are able to tap into the stars and just kind of let that bigger self kind of be known. Lots of cool messages can come in when we're in that surrender time. Heidi, You got cosmic heart. Okay. So the devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. So really pay attention to same thing that Christy got. What you're devoting your energy to this week is going to have a lot of potency for you. So spend time being devoted. Okay, Janice, you got weight. Okay, it's not your time yet. Things are being woven. Okay, so this week is a week of surrender, waiting, let go. Don't try to control. Okay, Taryn, you got earth pulsing, pulsing mother, slow down, time in nature, get outside as best that you can. Give yourself time to sync up with the natural cycles around you. Okay, Eli, your focus for the week is breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay, so just acknowledging that whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're doing is creating your reality. And so just give yourself some heads up about that this week and maybe be really gentle or careful. All right, I got you there already, Janice. Your sister got you for. All right, Kay and Charlie. Kay. Okay, you got the Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Yeah, sometimes Earth can feel really heavy. This week might be a week where you're kind of wishing that you could remember how light it was to be in a light body, but you're here on the Earth School right now, so just be a little aware that you might feel that way. But this week, surrender. Okay, Charlie. You are going to work on messenger, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Okay. So this week for you, harmony and balance is all you need. Just asking for that every single day, intention every single day. I would like harmony and balance inside me and around me. Okay. All right, Deanna. All right, here we go. We got the surrender to sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, making love to life. Okay. So this week for you, just surrender to the sweetness. It doesn't have to be surrender because it's heavy and hard, even though it kind of sounds like that a little bit with some of the other cards we've been getting. You can surrender to just like how sweet it is to have a pause, to see the, beautiful wispy clouds for a minute or whatever it is. Just really taking in the gentleness around you. Lisa, you're going to be star bathing this week, getting your light body and crystal grid transmissions and activations. If you can't get out in the stars, do it intentionally inside your home, whatever you can do to really just kind of tap into the star energy and ask, what do I need to know today? Every single day this week, okay? Maria, you're going to be focusing on, this is the third time it's a charm for this one, okay? Whale and Orca elders, sharing your song, frequencies of sound, diving deep. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of it just to kind of get us going here. But so this is third time's a charm message for all of us, but focus particularly for you, Maria. How are you being called to share your soul's unique song? The Whale and Orca elders want to give others, you to give others the privilege of seeing who you truly are and to see the same in other beings, to drop your hangups and personality flaws and get busy revealing the unique note your soul came here to sing. So still another surrender message. This is a surrender of like, drop your masks, drop who you've been pretending you might be and be who you are. Joe, third time's a charm for this, you guys. We all got to find something to learn about this week. Earth School. Dive into something this week, okay? Learning something new. So I'm going to read a little, okay? Because it's the third time's charm. How are you being called to grow and learn? Pulling this card means you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. It can be structured learning, such as a university or school, or training, or you might be reminded that this is just a time for soul growth. Okay, so soul growth this week. Maybe get out a little self-help book or podcast. There's so many ways now, you guys. You can get my book off of Audible and get yourself working on learning something new about yourself. Andrea. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Again, this is not a threat. This is an opportunity. When you are able to really get past what your hangups are, you get an opportunity to really see what you have been hanging on to and how you can't do it anymore. It's not sustainable to hang on to it. Okay. All right. Alicia. Okay. You're bringing this around for the 6th time today. Loosen your grip. check out your coping mechanisms and where you might be addicted to stress or hanging on to something. And maybe this week work on letting it go a little bit. Okay. Let go, everybody. Let go. You're going to get rope burn. Hannah and Carly. Hannah, fourth time for the orca message. Whales and orcas want you to sing your unique song. Drop the mask. Be more of yourself. Say what you came here to say. Carly, this week you're going to focus on the great severing. Okay, this is actually happening, you guys, but I don't have time to really get into it this moment, but it says Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. There is the severing going on. There is this kind of separation of energies. Don't overthink it. Just surrender and pick the side that you're going to be on. And maybe righteous anger is needed to say no more. Okay, maybe. Okay, Connor, hopefully you guys are still hanging with me here. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common good. Okay. So this week, zoom out. This week, everything feels so heavy and serious, and it's not. Okay. We're all in this blue ball together. Isabella, you got the blue flame. Okay. Spontaneous awakening, activation, and initiation time. You're going to surrender and have some downloads, it sounds like. So that's going to be good. Take notes. Get your journal out. You want to make sure you remember this time, because a lot of times once the downloads happen and they start to integrate, we almost forget who we were before that happened. And sometimes it's nice to look back and celebrate. Okay, Clara, Safari. Third time's for the Horus brothers, or the Star brothers. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay, you guys, we have to let go, and it's safe to do so. This is basically the card of we've got your back. Okay, this is when we need to let the protection be our freedom. Okay, it says, how can you open yourself up to receiving more support? If you're getting this card, you are being asked to receive at a greater level of support than you can ever imagine in both this world and beyond. Call on your team of loyal protectors. All right, so everybody, that's your message. Clara, in particular, focusing for you. Cameron. Okay, third time's the charm on the star bathing. Wow, you guys, we're going to be lifting up into a new dimension here. All right, star bathing for all of us, but be consciously activating into the stars for you. And let me just kind of, I'm going to give you a little. So this basically says, place it on your heart and make a portal and say, I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me as they do, may I heal the earth too. Okay. So sending even some healing through ourselves down into the earth, our willingness to be that higher vibration. Okay. All right, Stephen. Yep. I think I normally can get to all of them, but it's not always. Okay. All right. Messenger. So this week, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So really I'm hearing be the messenger this week. Be the one who brings positive energy. Be the one who brings hope. As you surrender, speak about that surrender. I'm surrendering and I'm trusting the universe has my back, and be that demonstrator to those people around you that you love. Okay, Gina. Fourth time for I'm sorry. So this is all of us. Okay. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. I'm really getting, you guys, that the ancestors want us to talk to them, give them some forgiveness for, the wars that have happened and the terrible things they've done to each other, so we can all heal together. Okay. So little I'm sorries from our ancestors and to our ancestors. Blossoming lotus. Fifth time, maybe. Whales and orcas. Okay. Sing your song. I know you do already. This is who does our sound baths and our drum circles. But this is just very much this week, diving deep, see where you might be not letting yourself be truly, genuinely seen, and put those masks down. Connor. The golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Okay. So I'm hearing that you would be best to actually be in witness to children in their lightness, in their ability to surrender, in their ability to literally, I'm seeing, like a kid who can just fall asleep in the, in the arms of someone they love because they just can, because they trust them so much. That's really what I'm seeing for you is this week to focus on that softness and gentleness. Okay. You guys, we did it. Half an hour exactly. And thank you guys. I really appreciate you spending the time with me. And just in case, because he normally does listen, I'm going to throw one card for my husband's week focus. Okay, Matt, you're going to focus on the new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision, just like Kelly got. All right, you guys, go be amazing. Oh, shoot, I was going to do November. Let me do November really quick. We're going to go over time, but that's okay. I see that you are still hanging out with me for 1 minute here. So let's see what November just as a whole wants to say. Okay. So back to the Entre deck. So see where you need some space, take space, be in the space, that kind of thing. And let yourself, you're welcome. Okay. So giving yourself the chance to be in this, in the space of, taking it when you need to take the space, be in the space when you are, where whatever space you're in, be in the awareness that you are a spacious being as well. That's what this November focus is going to be. Sideways attitude for this is to be careful what you're saying yes to. Be careful what you're not saying no to. This card is reminding you that can impact your attitude. And when your attitude is negative, you have a harder time manifesting. Okay. End of the month, there's some drama that's offered. We're starting to head into holiday season, at least here where I am. So there could be, it says be awake in the dream. So just be actively aware that life by its very nature is dramatic. And sometimes we like the drama and sometimes we don't. But choose wisely. Say yes to the things you want and no to the things you don't. All right, you guys, go be amazing.